Hey, what's good, YouTube? Today we're gonna react to Lizzo sued for fat shaming employees. Like, like Lizzo is sued for fat shaming, bro. Bro. Lizzo is being sued for fat shaming. Lizzo, like, bro, the world is so fucking funny, bro. Like, bro, Lizzo is fucking what? Fat phobic? Don't tell me Lizzo is fucking fat phobic now. Like, bro, this shit is crazy. Like Lizzo, when she was going on this whole spree, like what? When was that? Like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever. When she was twerking, doing that Lakers game and shit, with her like whole ass out. When she was on all this body positivity spree, talking about be yourself. It's okay to be fat and shit. But it's like, bro, don't tell me Lizzo is fucking fat phobic now, bro. Bro, she's being sued for fat shaming, bro. This is the funniest shit ever. She's being sued for fat shaming. And it's like, bro, she's fat. So it's like, okay, let's get into the reaction, man. But, bro, this shit's funny. This shit is funny.
So I would guess that most people watching this video have at least heard the name Lizzo before.
Yes.
We've not talked about her on my channel for years. And last time we did, she was dancing inappropriately at a Lakers game in some insane clothing up on the Jumbotron, and then called it discrimination when people criticized her for doing so at a family event. In general, Lizzo has always been all about the body positivity and really everything that comes with that sort of branding. She is almost like a walking Dove commercial at this point. But now recently, the pop star has found herself in some hot water after some of her former backup dancers have filed a lawsuit against her, alleging that Lizzo, much like Ellen DeGeneres, is actually a wolf in sheep's clothing and is just pretending to be pure when she's actually a bully herself. And that she's created a toxic work environment while on tour, ironically including body shaming these backup dancers, and essentially peer pressuring them to make them do things that they were not comfortable with. 3 of Lizzo's former backup dancers have filed a lawsuit against the singer, allegedly saying there was and subject to a toxic work environment while on tour. In an interview with CBS News on Wednesday, 2 of the plaintiffs, Ariana Davis and Crystal Williams, detailed some of the allegations made in their lawsuit, including being forced to touch a performer, and said that they feared for their jobs. And so just so you guys can kind of get a visual, this is Crystal Williams right here, and this is Ariana Davis. They're the 2 women kind of spearheading this lawsuit against Lizzo at this time. And much like all of her other backup dancers, I believe they were chosen, at least partially, because they are on the bigger side, and that was what the marketing behind this tour was all about. The women say dancers were not treated the same as other staff and crew on tour. I just think the standard for dancers in this camp was much more stringent and strict. Things that the other cast members could do and get away with. Essentially, the dancers were not allowed to engage in any of the activity. And they also say they were falsely accused of drinking before shows, which they say was never the case. In fact, alcohol was never even allowed in our dressing room or in our rider, which is the food and drinks provided to us. So it was physically impossible for us to do that. But we were the ones that were blamed for drinking on the job. It was stated to us by Lizzo. She was like, it doesn't matter if I'm doing it, doesn't matter if the band or anyone else is doing it, you guys can't do it. So far it doesn't seem like Lizzo is really doing anything too crazy besides kind of just being a hard-ass boss. They say following these conversations, they were both fired. The singer's company, Big Girl Touring, and dance team captain Shirley Quigley were both named as defendants in the suit filed Tuesday in Los Angeles County. And then they go on to say that the dance team captain Quigley was adamant about sharing her religion in the workplace, pushed it onto the dancers, and criticized those who did not believe what she believed. I mean, yeah, if this was like a regular work environment and someone up above you on the food chain was trying to like push religion on you, for example, I mean, in a normal work environment, you could go right to HR and they would shut that shit down immediately. They also said that Quigley and Lizzo pressured them into going to a show in Amsterdam's red light district where is legal. And this is where things really get bad. This is where they say that they were pressured into engaging with some sort of performer. At the time, we had been fearing for our jobs and being ostracized, so it's an understanding in the camp. If you don't participate, try to get in with Lizzo, you will not be booked on as many jobs, she won't like you as much, and that you will be ostracized later. So it sounds like they just kind of put their head down and kept working. And at this time, these are all allegations, but it does kind of sound a whole lot to me like what was going on with the Ellen DeGeneres show, where if Ellen didn't like you or you weren't like her right-hand man, You were essentially disposable to her, and she was going to treat you in a very inhumane way. So apparently during this Amsterdam show, things were getting very explicit, and this is when she said that Lizzo was going around inviting people to touch the performers I guess they had brought specifically into Amsterdam, and then it got to Davis's turn. Davis said Lizzo was chanting her name and pushing her to touch the performer. Even though Davis said no multiple times, Davis said she eventually gave in and did it. I briefly touched the performer, and everyone started laughing. It was funny to them because, of all people, they see me as a very modest person. Me touching a person was hilarious to them, adding that she was mortified. Lizzo, whose real name is Melissa Jefferson, is known for being body positive and encouraging women to love themselves as they are.
Yeah.
I guess here's where the fat shaming comes in. Davis, however, claims that the star acted hypocritically. Davis alleges that when she expressed that she was proud of herself and her work on the tour, Lizzo said she was worried about her at one point because she had gained some weight. I believe she was trying to allude to the fact that I was gaining weight in a way that she wouldn't get canceled. It's not like you're fat, you're fired. It was never you're gaining too much weight. It was never blatant. It was very nuanced. I mean, I guess at this point, I'm just not really sure if they have grounds for this lawsuit, depending on, what they signed in their contracts and things like that. To me, the most alarming thing is, the pressuring of touching this person.
Yeah.
Davis claims that Lizzo and a choreographer alluded to the fact that she gained weight and viewed the comments as concern for her, and that Lizzo told the dancers they should be grateful because dancers typically would get fired if they gain weight. Also adding that Lizzo's message of body positivity and equality for different races and genders is the one she identified with. And so when the opportunity to work for her came up, it was her absolute dream job. So yeah, if this is true, it is pretty sad because I'm sure a lot of opportunities these dancers miss out on because they're bigger, they don't really fit that type of bill, they wouldn't really fit in with other dancers. And so to finally get this type of opportunity and to be shown off in this way, you would think would be like a very proud moment of their life. And then they allegedly turn around and fire you for the very thing they hired you for. Everything that she stands for as an artist is a big reason as to why I think people stand behind her as much as they do. Yeah, I mean, that is a huge part of her marketing. It's a huge part of her general message.
It definitely is.
The term body positive, technically, it only exists because of body shaming. I think that people should naturally be body positive.
The stunning nature of how Lizzo and her management team treated their performers seems to go against everything Lizzo stands for publicly, while privately she weight shames her dancers and demeans them in ways that are not only illegal.
That's so grimy, bro. If she really do that, bro, behind the scenes, bro, she fucking body shames them. Bro, that's messed up. That's messed up. Just putting on a fucking false image for the public and shit, and really behind the scenes, she's fucking body shaming niggas. And it's bro, you big your damn self. Bro, how you gonna body shame someone else? What?
Privately, she weight shames her dancers and demeans them in ways that are not only illegal, but absolutely demoralizing. I mean, like I said, I don't know if they have very good grounds for this case. I don't know how many of these things you could actually prove. But if anything, this story, even just being out there in the atmosphere, could cause some serious damage to Lizzo's reputation.
That is true.
I mean, if this is true, it would be like finding out that absolutely everything someone stands for is just a whole bunch of bullshit. It would almost be like if the most adamant Republican or the most adamant Democrat was actually on the whole other side of the spectrum in their private life.
Facts.
Which definitely does happen. And then they actually did a little interview with CBS News that we're going to check out.
Okay.
Now, Lizzo is known as a champion for various causes, and one of them is uplifting women who are overweight.
Well, 3 dancers on her reality show are now suing Lizzo for her weight shaming and more. KCAL's Jeff Nguyen spoke with 2 of them and their attorney.
I'm so new to this industry, and for this to be my first experience is really crazy.
Ariana Davis and Crystal Williams were both on Lizzo's Amazon Prime show.
Oh, damn. So this was a whole Amazon Prime show. They got some good documentation of maybe what was going on. I mean, for them to already publicly come out and speak like this on a news station kind of tells me that they might really mean business. Especially if they got a good lawyer, they might be swimming in some millions real soon.
The pair also went on tour with a Grammy Award-winning artist whose real name is Melissa Jefferson. Davis says she was pressured to attend sex shows in Europe even though it was against her religious beliefs.
To be honest, this was a corporate office, and she was doing exactly the same thing that she was doing on tour. immediately that would be so many HR violations.
On Tuesday, the
Probably
dancers
facts.
and their lawyer
I mean, I won't lie, a lot of stuff in the entertainment industry that is kind of considered the norm would really not fly in almost any other sphere of professional work.
That's
filed a
facts.
lawsuit against Lizzo, the star's production company, and Shirlene Quigley, who's the captain of Lizzo's dance team. Quigley posted to Instagram the same day the suit was filed, but did not reference it directly.
I just feel so blessed. I feel so thankful. I feel so full of joy. I had such an amazing time on tour.
The dancers say they were subjected to a hostile work environment that included weight shaming and unequal pay.
Damn.
I'm sorry, but the Lizzo verse is insane.
Williams
Lizzo
says she's speaking out because Lizzo is set to do a second season of her Amazon Prime show.
So if there's anything that I can do in my power to ensure that dancers or singers or whoever decides to work with her don't have to go through that same experience, I'm gonna do that.
The pair says they were eventually fired from Lizzo's tour.
Nobody speaks up because they're so scared for their jobs. I was terrified for my job.
We reached out to Lizzo's legal team, which told us it had no comment on the...
Yeah, Lizzo's legal team probably told him to eat shit. I mean, for now, we'll just have to see what happens with this case, but obviously this is a terrible look for Lizzo. And honestly, I'm gonna need her boyfriend Gideon to make a public statement about this. Your girl is out here wilding. Either way, though, y'all let me know what you guys think about
Oh
this
yeah, I
Lizzo
forgot my man
lawsuit down
Gideon
below.
was
What do you
on
think
was
the
on a
outcome will
Lizzo
be?
train,
Do you
man.
think she
That's
did
his
anything
BBW.
wrong? Do you think she was just being an asshole of a boss? But as always, I do want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. I want to thank you guys for all the support on the uploads lately. It's been amazing. I've been waking up every day excited to
All
make
right,
content
that's it.
for you.
Alright, great video from fucking Jamari, but bro, what's it called? If Lizzo actually you know, be fat shaming people behind the scenes, like, bro, that's really fucked up, bro. Like, that's so fucking hypocritical, man. Like in a public eyes, he's so body positivity and shit. Then behind the scenes, she's fucking fat shaming people and shit, firing people over their weight. Like, bro, that's really fucked up. Allegedly. But hey, man, if it's true, man, that's some hypocritical shit, and that's mad fucked up, bro. That's mad fucked up. But it's like, hey, man, let me know in the comments if y'all think Lizzo fucking fat shaming people behind the scenes and shit, or it's like, you know, these dancers just cap and they just trying to get a fucking bag off Lizzo and shit. But hey, you know, like, comment, subscribe, suggest anything else to interact to, you know, down below in the comments. But check out in the next one.